Hi everyone, do you remember the clay tank that Sasha Reznov from the channel Mir Moj Tankov sent me? I was supposed to paint it and crush some car with a tank, but I kept putting it off because at that time it had already gotten pretty cold outside. And if I had tried to crush some clay car, it probably wouldn't have been destroyed because the clay would have been very hard and strong due to the cold. Filming in the room wasn't possible, the space was too small and the lighting too dim. So I decided to postpone this project until spring, until it got warmer, and now finally the tank is ready. Since it's meant for me to run over plasticine cars, I'd like to keep it. That's why I completely painted the tank, made some improvements, added some details, and here's what I managed to do. The tank's turret is removable. I covered the bottom with foil so it could rotate better. The gun recoil still works the same way. Here's what it looks like inside the turret. And the gun can also be removed and put back in place. By the way, I fixed it after that explosion caused by the shot. Here. The tank has changed a lot on the outside. I painted it in desert camouflage. Because this appearance seemed extremely unusual and interesting to me. I also decided to write the names of the channels. Mir Moj Tankov created this tank. And I, so to speak, gave it the finished final look. I examined this camouflage just like the tank itself in World of Tanks. I considered many camouflage options, but this desert one caught my eye. I also originally wanted to go with this Chinese New Year gold style. It's very beautiful, but it's not that easy to pull off because of the golden elements. And still, this style would look strange when such a bright tank drives over a car. On the actual camouflage, I created wear effects for this tank. That is, there are various scratches, traces of worn metal, and dirt in some places. With all this, it looks pretty striking, realistic, as if it's a real combat tank. Before painting it, I first worked on the road wheels. I tightly glued foil to them so that when driving, the road wheels wouldn't stick to the tracks and would spin even better, and it really works. Then I worked on the tank's hull. I started modifying the fenders above the tracks. Because originally, all these boxes and fuel tanks were made from solid clay. They were too heavy. Even though there were wires for reinforcement, those fenders still sagged. So I decided to remove them and replace them with lighter ones made from hard NSP clay. That is, I made them in parts hollow inside, and their weight became significantly less. Then I also decided to make an engine for this tank. Plus, it will make it heavier, which will be good for crushing cars. Next, I painted the entire body with primer to cover it with a protective layer and give it some strength. When it dries, it makes the parts a little bit harder. And after that, I painted it in camouflage, and this is how it looks now in its natural environment. As they say, tanks aren't afraid of dirt. The tank drives perfectly without any problems. Now all I have left is to make a Nibu travel so I can crush it with the tank. How do you like the upgraded tank? Does it look better this way, or did you prefer it without the paint? What do you think? Write about it in the comments. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you found it interesting to see how it turned out. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're here for the first time and you're interested in my clay creations. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye everyone.